Have you set goals at the beginning of the year only to find out that you're setting exactly the same goals the next year? If that's you, post "That's me" in the comments below. Let's go ahead and fix that. Hey, what's up guys? Trevor here, Hollywood editor turned real estate agent and video coach. On this channel, I teach you to create better videos. You can sell more houses and stuff, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now to stay current on all things video and YouTube. I've been kind of a goal junkie for nearly 40 years. I'll create goals at the beginning of every year, and I can nearly copy and paste those goals into the next year. I've read the books, I've gone to the webinars, I've watched the videos. In this video, I'm going to share with you the exact steps you need to take to get what you want out of life without stressing over a monster list of goals. Stick around to the end of this video and I'll share with you two major things I've accomplished in 2020 in spite of 2020 being one of the worst years on record for the planet in a very long time. In the title of this video, I said don't set goals, and I mean that. Don't set goals. What I mean is to set one goal, one big goal, one goal that will have the biggest impact on your life. If you set a whole bunch of goals like I've done for a lot of years, the odds are that you will not accomplish them. In fact, science tells us that 92% of people that set goals will not accomplish them. Now that we've determined that we're only going to set one goal at a time, what should that goal look like? Well, first of all, it should be a lofty goal, one that gets you excited to wake up every day. Second, it should be an attainable goal, one that you physically are capable of reaching. If you're 4'3" and you want to be a professional NBA player, probably not the right goal for you. Next, it should be specific. If you set a goal to be, say, fit or rich or famous, those aren't goals. They're too vague. If you set a goal to lose 25.3 pounds or to have $1.3 million in your investment portfolio, those are specific goals. Your goal should also have an end date. If you don't have an end date, it's not really a goal. I will lose 25.4 pounds by June 15, 2023. That's a specific goal with an end date. Your goal should also be measurable so you know when you get there and you can track your progress. You step on the scale and you know how much farther you need to go to reach that specific goal. And finally, you must have complete control over it. Your goal can't be something that you're relying on somebody else to do for you. Know one thing, you can accomplish anything in life. Look around at you, look at what others have accomplished. You can do exactly the same thing and even better. You just have to want it bad enough and be willing to make the sacrifices. Let me be really clear about something. Life is pain. It is painful to be broke. It's also painful to get up at 5 a.m. to improve your skills so you can make more money and not be broke. You just have to pick your poison. What do you want? The pain of being 50 pounds overweight or the pain of not eating that half gallon of ice cream every night? You just got to choose. So what should that one goal be? If you can only pick one, that's not a very big number and there's lots of things you want to improve. Choose the one goal that'll have the biggest impact on your life. The one goal that if you achieve that, the rest of the goals will also start to be solved. You want to actually spend some time with this. It may not be the first thing that comes to mind. Immediately you might think, I just want to make $1 million. Well, what I want you to think of is, what are you going to feel once you reach that goal? Think of all the possibilities. And when you get to that one thing where like maybe you start to tear up a little bit and you start to really feel something inside, imagining yourself attaining that goal, that's probably the goal that you want to work on. You also want to start with the end in mind. How do you imagine yourself as your best self in a year or in 10 years or at the end of your life? What kind of person do you want to be? This is how it works. Your thoughts determine your actions determine your habits make your character, and your character makes you. So what you have to do is reverse engineer it. What can you do starting today that's going to make you into that best version of yourself? If you're really uncertain of what that goal should be, here are the 7 categories that most goals fit under. The first category is fitness. A lot of people want to lose weight, get fit, get in shape. Second category, also really the obvious one, is financial. You want to make more money or have more money invested. Next is relationships. Maybe you want to start a relationship, have a relationship, get married, or just improve the relationship you have. Emotional goals are another category. Maybe you have depression. Maybe like me, you have anxiety and you want to work on that. Spiritual, you can set goals to become closer to God. Education or personal growth. Maybe you want to get a degree, learn a language, or master an instrument. And finally, career. Maybe you want to improve your status in your current career or start a new career. These are the 7 categories that most goals fall into, so if you're not sure where to start, think about those. Once you've decided on the goal that you are going to work on first, the next thing you do is you just choose one action. What is the one action that you can take every single day that is going to get you closer to that one goal that's going to have the biggest impact on your life? And you're going to master that action before you take another action. If your goal is to lose weight, perhaps that action will be to exercise 5 times a week. And you want to choose an exercise that you will actually do. If you say, I'm going to work out 3 hours a day, 5 days a week, and you've never been to a gym in your life, that is not going to happen. There's zero chance you're going to do that consistently. Choose something that you'll actually do. If you hate running, don't run. If you hate going to the gym, don't go to the gym. Choose soccer or tennis or gymnastics or CrossFit or dance or something that you'll actually do, that you'll wake and go, I can't wait to do that. And now this one action, what is it? What you're trying to do is create a habit, something that you automatically do every single day without fail because it is part of you. Just like you get out of bed every day and you go to bed every day and you eat meals 3 times a day, you want this thing that you're doing, this action you're taking every day towards that goal to become a habit. And it is a huge myth that habits take 21 days to form. Yeah, some of them maybe, some might take 3, 4, 6, 7 months to form. You'll know when you're on vacation and you're like, hey, I'm on vacation, but I gotta go work out, honey. I'm going to the gym in the hotel, or I'm gonna run, or I'm sitting in a trailer traveling for 6 months straight like I'm doing, but I'm still out there doing CrossFit even with the minimal gear that I have. That's when you know that it's a habit. At that point, once it's become a habit, then and only then can you work on the next action. In our example, once you've made exercise a daily habit that you can't live without, that you have to do, that you are just totally committed to, then you can start working on, say, your diet in this example. Maybe it's, I'm going to eat vegetables with 2 of my meals every single day, 7 days a week. Once that becomes a habit, you work on the next action. And over time, you'll be compounding habits. And you might think, oh, it's going to take too long. It's going to take me a year to make working out a habit. So what? If a year from now, you have a habit of working out every single day, can you imagine how much better every single area of your life will be? I promise you that just exercise in this example has a massive impact on virtually every other area of your life. So just think about how you'd feel if exercise was a habit that you'd mastered over the course of the next year, even if it took that long. Probably won't take that long, probably take a lot less. But if it was just that one thing, if you created one great new habit every single year, imagine the person you'd become. Quick recap, choose a goal, the one thing that will have the biggest impact on your life when you achieve it. Next, choose a daily action that you can start now that will have the biggest impact on reaching that goal. And when that action becomes a habit, decide on a new action that will also become a habit. Compound those until you reach your goal. And here's some quick tips to make that much more feasible and possible. Choose an action that will turn into a habit that you can do for life. It's not a short-term thing. It's a lifetime commitment. Next, focus on that daily action. Don't focus so much on the goal. Attach to the process. Detach from the outcome. Next, write it down every day on paper in the form of an affirmation twice, morning and night. I weigh 190 pounds and feel great. I weigh 190 pounds and feel great. And you can also journal with a sentence or 2 on how it's going and how you feel about it. This will keep you in the zone. Studies have shown that writing it down physically on a piece of paper drastically increase the odds of you attaining that goal. And it only takes 15 or 30 seconds morning and night. You can do this. Consider a vision board, whether it's on your phone, computer, or physically on the back door of your closet, of that body you want to have, or that house you want to buy, or that job you want to be worthy of. Surround yourself with like-minded people, people that have attained that goal or in the process of attaining that goal themselves. If you're trying to lose weight and every night you're hanging out with a bunch of partiers that get drunk every night and are 50 pounds overweight, that's not going to help you getting towards your goal. You want a new set of friends. Jim Rohn said it, but it's true. You become the average of the 5 people you hang out with most. Consider classes, coaching, therapy, training, education that's going to help you get there. In fact, if your goal maybe this year is to grow your business using video, I can help you with that. I got a free webinar linked down below. Check that out. I promise it will help you grow your business with a video. I have spent thousands of dollars on coaches, and it has impacted virtually every area of my life in a positive way. You will make mistakes. You will miss days. You will skip days. Things will happen that prevent you from doing that great habit that you've started to establish. Forgive yourself, move on. Don't go, oh no, I had a bite of ice cream on a Wednesday, and then just eat the whole half gallon. Just take that bite, go, oops, put that half gallon away, and wait till Saturday. I promise that one screw up is not going to mess you up. Everybody's going to screw up. Know that it's going to happen and just be ready for it. If you've ever set a goal and messed up, go ahead and hit that like button right now so that I know that I'm not alone. I need it for my self-esteem. And unfortunately, something I got to work on. I learned to create self-esteem in some place other than likes on YouTube, but right now, that's where it's at. So hook a brother up. Celebrate the daily wins. The joy is not in hitting the goal. The joy is in the journey. Give yourself little rewards along the way. You lost 5 pounds? Get that shirt that's been sitting in your cart on Amazon. Remember earlier when I said a goal needs to be measurable? You gotta track it. Every single day, track your progress. Remember that little journal I mentioned before where you say, I weigh 190 pounds and I feel great? Also put maybe exactly how much you weigh and how that's going. What you measure changes. Whatever that action is, put it on the calendar and do it early in the day. Self-discipline evaporates as the day progresses, so if you do it early in the morning, the odds of you completing that action are going to be greatly enhanced. And know that in the beginning, you're going to be excited. It's going to be this amazing thing. It's like, wow, I've been to the gym for 2 weeks in a row, and that dopamine spike's going to be there, and you're going to feel great. But after a while, that dopamine's going to go away. You're not going to be as excited after week 3, week 4, week 7. That's going to go away. Be ready for that, and know that character is the ability to carry out a worthy goal after the emotion of creating that goal has passed, and that emotion is going to pass. So be ready for it. When you just don't seem to care that much anymore, you gotta push through. Didn't make up that definition of character. I heard it like 35 years ago at a Daytimer seminar. Sticking with that one daily action that you're turning into a habit will build your character. It's gonna make it easier to build that next habit. So stick with it, man. It's gonna work, I promise. Once you get to that goal, it's like, I've lost those 25 pounds. It might be a little bit of a letdown. I've run several marathons and I trained for them. I'm all excited. I remember being at the starting line and be like totally jazzed and pumped, dopamine rush. I crossed that finish line. There's this flood of emotions. You almost cry just about every time you finish a marathon because it's such a major accomplishment. But then like the next day, it's like, ooh, now what? Be ready for that slight letdown once you've actually mastered a bunch of habits and you've attained that goal, and have that next goal or that next action ready so you can just take off running and stay motivated to keep improving and building yourself and your character. Don't worry about the things you have no control over. People spend all this time watching the news, things that they can do nothing about, worrying about things that they can have no impact on. Worry about the things that you can control. You're gonna be much happier and much more successful. Ignore the haters. You're gonna have people that do not support what you're trying to do. Just ignore them and know that if you're getting haters, getting trolls, you're on the right path. If you don't have any haters, you probably should be trying harder. Start now. Don't wait till January 1st or Monday or next month. Start today. The journey is the destination. This is possibly the most important thing in the whole video. You have to enjoy the process. If you're not happy now, day one, you're not going to be happy when you have that $1 million or that Lamborghini or that house or that six-pack. You are who you are. Learn to enjoy the process. This is life. It's about growing and getting better and making a little bit of progress, building our character every single day. Life is amazing. We have unlimited possibilities and potential. Just make the most of it, guys. If you don't believe me and you think that you got to have that house or that car or that 10 million bucks in the bank to be happy, I want you to think about all the people that show up in the news every single year that have all those things and still aren't happy. Material possessions are not the key to happiness. In fact, I read a book by Dalio called Principles, and this guy's a billionaire hedge fund manager. He says that happiness comes from meaningful work and meaningful relationships. I want you to think about that and learn to be happy and content with where you are in life, but striving to make yourself better. What about those 2 goals that I was able to accomplish over the last year? Well, this is a screenshot from Evernote where I keep track of my progress. And in July of 2019, I wrote these 2 goals down, and I've pretty much attained them. If you follow my other YouTube channel, Life Untethered, you know that we've been traveling full time for the past 6 months. So that is geographically free. That's what I meant by geographically free, not being tied down to a city, being able to work from wherever. And the other one, that first one, full-time YouTuber, yes, we've done real estate deals while on the road, but almost all of my time is spent creating videos for YouTube and supporting my students, helping them grow their businesses with video. So I've pretty much attained both of these goals. Like, whoa, it's kind of mind-blowing what you can do when you set your mind to it. I thought I would be stuck in Southern California, like, oh, boo-hoo, Southern California. Dude, I've been there forever. I needed a change. I thought I'd be there forever, and I've been able to escape Southern California and do something I love that I'm passionate about, which is create videos on YouTube and help people grow their businesses with video. So you can accomplish anything you want, no matter how crazy it may seem, I promise. If your goal is to get good at YouTube, go ahead and check out that playlist right there. There's a lot of stuff that's gonna help. Here's a video right there that YouTube thinks that you wanna watch. See who's right, me or YouTube? Remember to subscribe by hitting that button right down there. I cannot wait to see the person you become.